I've built several puzzles designed by Yavuz Demirhan and stumbled across FileBox. While it looked like it might not be too much of a challenge, I was pleasantly surprised when, a day later, I didn't seem to make much progress. The beauty of this puzzle is that it's easy to build with a 3D printer, but not so easy to solve. However, it's not overly complex and very approachable by anyone looking for a good puzzle. An added bonus is that you can assemble this in two different ways, so you can have two difficulty levels. At the end of the video, I'll show you where you can get more of Yavuz's puzzles, and I'll give you a glimpse into FileBox 2, its sequel. FileBox is rather unique. It's a burr and plate puzzle, and there's quite a few of these around that I've built. This is a maze with 3 plates that move in a couple different directions. Alphonse Eichmann has built a couple called Weary and Teetotum. Now these plates can move in 3 different directions, so they're fairly complex, and Teetotum can be very difficult to solve. These are a little easier, but built on the same principle of the plates that can move in really 3 different directions. So FileBox takes that a little different, that it traps the plates inside with 3 burrs here, and these burrs represent the documents. The cage represents the file box, and those brown plates inside represent the file folders. So the idea here is to either put the documents in the file box through the file folders, or to remove them. And so the easier challenge is to build and install this so that you have the 3 burrs, the document burrs, installed this way, and you simply remove them. Now this shows a little bit about the mechanism that you have here. So you can see that the file folders of the plates have a square hole that will accept the documents, and they'll sort of go through from one side to the other. The individual file folders are labeled A and B. Now a tougher challenge is to just build it so that you have the file box and you have to insert the document burrs yourself. It's always easier to take apart a puzzle than it is to put together. But if you're a sort of a medium level puzzler, I'd recommend you do the tougher challenge. Now you'll see right on the top of the cage, you'll notice that there's an engraved A, and that shows that that A plate is the one that should go in closest to us and in that orientation when you start off. So this will show putting one burr or one document in the file box, which is somewhat trivial. And you can see there the A and the B, and that just shows the relative positions when you start off. So when you build it, that's how the plates go. Now you just have to insert 2 more document burrs, and that's the tougher challenge. Now I'll talk a little bit about how to build it, how to 3D print it, and some of the techniques I used. You can find the STL files on printables. You can search for my name and my models here. So you'll see this is my printables models file, or you can click the link in the description. In creating FileBox, there aren't a lot of different parts, but one of the more difficult parts maybe to 3D print is the burr, because I wanted the burr to be strong, so I modeled it just as one part, and to print it you need supports. One thing I used here was a Sharpie technique. That is, I use supports that come all the way up to the cross beam, and then you coat the support with a Sharpie pen. Because I was using red filament, I used a red Sharpie pen, and you can see from the underside here that that did a very good job. And the idea is you want the support to come all the way up so that that cross beam doesn't droop and its tolerance get too wide. I also put a little document on the front of the burr, and there's a dot on the top to show the orientation of the burr when you go to print it. And you can see that came out fairly well. I didn't need to sand it after I removed the support. Now this is in PLA, so this is how the burr is modeled. You'll notice the little circle on the top. The underside is cut away about 0.3, just in case there's any drooping. But what I did in the Prusa slicer was I painted on support, and you'll see that I didn't paint the support all the way over. I left a little bit of a gap, so it was easier to use the Sharpie to coat the support structure. When I chose the support structure, notice that I chose snug, and the top contact Z distance was 0, meaning the support will come right up and then it'll print right over. Normally, if you're using breakaway support, you have a 0.2 to 0.3 millimeter a gap in there, but that'll cause some drooping. The easiest way I found to pause my printer was to put a filament change in. So at the layer where you just want the pause to happen, this is the layer after the pause should happen. So the pause actually happens just before this. This is the first layer of the crossbeam here. And if you click the plus on the right hand side, you'll do a filament change. Now you're just pausing the printer so that you can mark it with the Sharpie. However, you will have to take out the filament, put the same filament back on, but it's the easiest way to pause the printer. This shows the layer that it will pause at, and you simply paint that middle section with your Sharpie. Just make sure you don't get it on the left and right ends. And that will act as a release agent. Now, two other parts here that I made are the straps on the right-hand side. So the cage is actually in two parts, a top and a bottom, and they're held together with a strap. But the strap needs to be a little bit pliable, so it should be made out of PETG. The label on the left-hand side is PLA. It's two color. I did, again, a color change by layer height. That's not too tough. And these are all the parts here that you could see. These is the top and the bottom. There's little pegs there to orient the two together. You can see the A and the B are on top that show how the plates align. So those go together, and the straps will hold the top and the bottom. There's the engraved A and B. So you simply put the A plate next to the engraved A on the file box, and then the B. You'll put that over top of the bottom and then use the strap to bind them together. These straps have worked really well. I've used them 20-30 times and they have not broken. You'll notice that the straps on the top are a little larger, and that's to make them easier to remove from the top. So you'll snap them on, and because they're with that little larger protrusion, you can remove them. The label simply glues on. And now what you have is an assembly puzzle. So this is the tougher version where you have to insert the 3 burrs. Now to make a disassembly version, and this is slightly easier to solve, you want to put all those burrs, those documents, already in the file folders. And you can manipulate those plates fairly easily to get those 3 aligned. And then you simply drop them in the bottom, and then you repeat the process from before. Put on the top, put on the straps. Make sure you glue the FileBox label while the top is free. Put the straps in the bottom. 2 fingers a little easier to set the straps in, and there you've got a disassembly puzzle. Yavuz has kindly given me permission to distribute these STLs. Please respect the copyright and only use it for personal use. He's a prolific designer. He's got hundreds of designs. You can contact him on Facebook. Simply look up his name. You can see the type of puzzles that he makes personally. And if you want to buy any of the puzzles, you can contact him and make arrangements. He's published a number of his puzzles. You can see that 575 of them here have been published on a site called puzzlewillbeplayed.com. And if you are into modeling shapes, you can build your own versions of these puzzles with a 3D printer. You can also buy them on a site like Puzzle Master. Here you'll see a lot of his recent designs. And the FileBox is probably his most popular puzzles that have happened recently. Here is a sneak preview of FileBox 2. If you really like the FileBox puzzle, he does have a sequel. I've built the sequel. It seems quite a bit tougher. I haven't solved this yet, but here's a little preview of it. You'll notice it's got 3 plates. Everything else is the same, but it's now got 45 moves to remove the first part, and it looks a lot tougher.